Hello, faith leaders, and welcome to Breaktime. Today, Psalm 7:17 says, I will give thanks to the Lord because, why? Because he gives me everything I need, because he gives me he gives you everything you need, everything you want. Nope, it says because of his righteousness. I will sing the praises of the Lord Most High. Now, we all know that David was an amazing person who could take the worst of circumstances, and I see him, even in the cave, beginning to sing, beginning to shout out the praises of God. We have so many worship songs out of Psalms, that have been scripted out of Psalms. But I don't know what situation that you are in, but whatever situation, we've been talking this week all about, digging ourselves into a hole, giving birth to sin, it's not been a real favorable conversation this week, but David ends this psalm with this great truth. But you know what? No matter where I find myself, I'm going to sing. I'm going to shout out praises. I'm going to turn my attention from my situation, and I'm going to turn it on to the Lord. And how could you not, see this beautiful day? I know you can't see as much as I can, but just shout out his name. Turn your attention from your inward turmoil, your inward circumstances, and just begin to shout his precious name. Shout out Jesus. How can you not shout out Jesus? And it lifts you from whatever pit that we may find ourselves in. It's amazing when the prodigal son got into his pit of pigs and was eating the slop, he had this remembrance that it was better to be with his father. He had a better situation there than he does where he's at right now, and he went back home and he found himself, the father running actually to him. But here's what you find when you just start from the inward, just start talking to the Lord. And then all of a sudden you find yourself shouting out to the Lord. Then you might find yourself singing. The Lord isn't interested if you hit the right notes. That's not what this singing and praising is about. But it's about a heart that is so engaged with God that its circumstances become diminished in the size of who God is. When David, before he even went out on battle with Goliath, that was where his heart was at. His heart was in a place of praise. His heart was singing. His heart was worshiping, because he knew the victory had already been won. He was just entering out as somebody who was going to carry it through. You, my friend, let's just praise his name together. Have a beautiful day.